How are you ding-dong diddly doing there, Gamerinos? Hope you're having a flanderific day. Honestly, I wasn't even going to do this stream, because I still got a lot of videos to edit. But I also know that I'm not going to be able to finish editing those videos this week. I probably would have, but I'm basically working the entire week, because I'm working over at the record store. So
Revelio.
I just figure, what the hell? Why not? It's not like I'm gonna have it finished, so might as well just go add one more thing on.
Because I told you, I can transfigure one. I've seen her do it.
But yeah, and there's a few things we gotta talk about. Let's start off with the title. Zelensky, get a suit, ya bum. Yeah, no, that guy is just a fucking disrespectful little punk. And, he fucked around and he found out real quick. All that money, yeah, he can kiss all that money goodbye. And, like, thank you, Trump. Like, literally, thank you. Because that punk did not need to be getting any more of our money. He already got billions and billions and billions of dollars for an unwinnable war. It's like, objectively, they're never gonna win it. Yeah, no, it's really irritating. Like, seeing all these people like, oh, no, we need to give him more money. It's like, what? No, we don't need to give him more money, because, again, unwinnable war. Literally unwinnable. But yeah, he comes in there so fucking disrespectful, wearing a fucking t-shirt in the Oval Office, and I'm sorry, he's in the middle of a war is not a good enough excuse for why are you not wearing a fucking suit. You're the president, dictator, sorry, I said president wrong, dictator of Ukraine, and you're coming into the most important room in all of the United States, speaking to the most important person in all of the United States, and you are wearing a t-shirt. Oh, okay.
Astoria cricket?
That depends. Am I in trouble?
Ferdinand Pratt thinks you should be. Says you stole his frame.
I wouldn't call it stolen. Relocated's more like it. How do I put this nicely? Ferdinand Pratt is a pustulant boil, and he's lucky I didn't have him sealed in a wall.
Yeah, he's pretty awful.
He is rather foul, isn't he?
All he does is spy on students in here and report back to the headmaster.
Yeah, he's a snitch.
Sometimes, if there's nothing to report, he'll make it up. I spent 4 hours in detention last week, all because he told Black that I was planning to drain the lake, whatever that means. It was the last straw. He and his frame had to go.
May I ask where you put him?
Well, I didn't put him anywhere. The frame is likely with the fine gents I paid to snatch it. They camp in a ruin by the coast. I just wanted it far enough away that I'd never have to think about Ferdinand Pratt ever again.
You do know he's screaming in the library as we speak.
Oh, for the love of Merlin. If you ask me, he's got nothing to scream about. I could have had him put in the hogshead. The pampered Pratt would have hated it. Grimy walls, smell of goats. And the patrons, they eat snooty princes like Ferdinand for dinner. But what's done is done. He isn't here anymore, and if I were you, I should enjoy it.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Lovely chatting with you.
We really gonna go get his frame and put it back? We really gonna do that? I remember this guy. He was kind of a dick. Kind of like a real dick. Like, the dictator of Ukraine. I forget his name. Zelensky, yeah. Also, I feel like I need to mention this because if someone sees this and they're a Zelensky soy boy who's riding his meat, they're going to be pretty upset that I called him a dictator. But I don't know what you call someone who cancels free elections in their country and says that they're in charge indefinitely. I don't know, bro. Kinda sounds like a dictator to me. Yeah, not to mention that scum actually threw some of our journalists in jail. Not only threw some of our journalists in jail, he was also known for throwing Christians in jail. So that's what this guy does. He goes through, he tells people that we're canceling elections. He fucking, like, bro.
You're only delaying the inevitable.
Oh, and then, so Trump is trying to obviously, like, get peace for Ukraine, you know, so they're not, like, all, like, dying or whatever. And what does the dictator of Ukraine have to say? Oh yeah, no, I don't want a ceasefire. I'm sorry, what? You don't want a ceasefire. You don't want your people to stop dying. Okay, you small brain loser. Like, I don't know what else to say. You're a small brain loser, brother. You're never gonna beat Russia, like, ever. Not only are you never gonna beat Russia, but you're double never gonna beat Russia without America's help. So the fact that you would, like, sit there and go against our interests while we're trying to save your shithole country, your corrupt shithole country, is just baffling. Just baffling. And not to mention, we're not only trying to save your corrupt shithole country, but we spent hundreds of billions of dollars trying to save your shithole corrupt country. And you know, I also gotta say this because, like, I don't know if I'd quite say I was riding Zelensky's meat at one point, but, like, I definitely had some kind of respect for him. Because, in my defense, at that point in time, I didn't know it was a grift. You know, I was just like, oh, look at this guy. Wow, he's actually fighting for his country. I don't feel like I would see Nancy Pelosi do that. I wouldn't see Chuck Schumer do that, you know. I wouldn't see all of these people in our government going out and, like, fighting for our country if we were invaded. So I respected the shit out of that, right? But it became so obvious that it was just a grift. They had no plan. Because what plan could you have? Again, it's Ukraine and Russia. You're not going to be able to win this war ever. So when it just became far too obvious that it was a grift, I couldn't stand by and support it. Especially considering there are people in America that, like, have problems, that need help. You know, like the people in North Carolina. They should be getting our tax dollars. Not this disrespectful little fucking smurf who can't put on a suit. So, yeah, I think it's so funny that Trump put that little punk in his place, and that all the globalists and all the leftists and all the people who are riding Zelensky's meat are just crying. And their tears, they sustain me. It's beautiful. I would highly recommend it. Listening to, like, enjoying globalist tears. They're delicious. Nutritious. There's really no downside. Maybe it might hurt your ears if you listen to the crying for too long, but really, it's too delicious. Too delicious. I kind of don't want to help this guy. I kind of want to leave him here. If that's an option, I'm going to.
Now.
Calm down. Those buffoons outside have been talking about burning me. Me! If they weren't all sharing half a brain, they'd realize I'm worth more to them intact and at the Three Broomsticks.
How is that?
With everything I overhear, I'm a veritable trove of information. Now, don't just stand there. I need to be back by cocktail hour. The place will be like a funeral without me.
What if I don't want to return you to the Three Broomsticks?
What on earth do you mean?
What if I took you to the Hog's Head instead? I've heard such nice things.
What a funny little joke. Now, the Three Broomsticks, please.
We're taking him to the Hog's Head.
Missing you terribly. Be sure to carry me carefully, won't you? My pantaloons are already creased. Where have you put me? It's pitch black in here. I shan't stand for this.
Oh. Okay, yeah, we're going to the Hog's Head. Yeah, this dude is a regular Zelensky. I think this is the Hog's Head. Yeah, we're going down here. Well, I guess he's not, because we're not giving him... We're not funding his nonsense. Zelensky, we were funding his nonsense. Oh, and then they go to try releasing the Epstein files. And the FBI just decides, oh, we're not going to listen to our boss. Or our boss's boss. Nah, don't have to listen to Trump or Pam Bondi or anything, you know. We know best. So the head of the FBI field office has been canned. Not too soon, by the way. I think everyone in the FBI field office of New York should be fired immediately. Because it's very clear that, you know, they do not belong there. They clearly are too busy trying to fight Trump than do their job. So, fire the entire office. And I don't want to hear, oh, but they're good agents. It's just towards the top. Where were the good agents that were like, oh, yeah, our job, we were told by our boss to do our job and to go and release all of these files. No, none of them came forward. Or at least I haven't heard of the ones who came forward. The ones who came forward can keep their jobs. The rest of them, fired.
What is the meaning of this? This isn't the Three Broomsticks.
It's even better.
No, it's not. It's the Hog's Head.
Did you fall into a cauldron of stupid potion? You've brought me to the wrong place. It's absolutely vile in here.
How suiting.
Oh, give it a chance. You might grow to like it.
Please, you can't mean to leave me here. Please.
Goodbye, Ferdinand. Enjoy your new home.
Sorry about that, buddy.
Both of you out. I like the look of the fancy man. Target practice.
You can't leave me here. Squire does terrible things to my complexion.
I feel really good. Really good about it. Really very good. Can we talk to the girl? And tell her that we dropped him off here. So yeah, moral of the story here is act like a bitch, get smacked like a bitch. Yeah. Zelensky had to learn that lesson too. Like, can you even imagine the gall? The fucking gall on that little man to go out there and say that, oh, I don't want a ceasefire. I'm not looking for peace. Like while Trump is like bending over backwards to try making this happen. And I also want to say, like, on this channel here, we are not friends of Putin, okay? Putin essentially is the same. He's a dictator, essentially. And we should be extremely worried about Russian influence. But at the same time, this isn't going to affect us one way or the other if they take over Ukraine. So the little man needs to figure out that we are his best shot at saving his shithole corrupt country so he can continue on being the dictator of that little shithole country. But I guess he doesn't really care, because if he ends the war, he doesn't get any more money. And he gets to go back to being a loser no one cares about.
Thank you for asking. I'm Betty. Betty Bugbrook. And no, everything is not all right. It's my dear friend Hazel. She's in trouble.
Oh, Hazel.
Yes. Oh, she's a unicorn. Known her for years. She doesn't like to leave the forest, so I visit her once a week to brush out her mane and bring her some treats. Her coat is glorious.
Oh, is this the unicorn that I snatched up?
I saw her, we were violently attacked by a pack of wolves. Hazel, loyal friend that she is, leapt in front to protect me, and in the process, I fear she may have been injured.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I want to help her, but she seems to have gone into hiding. Out of fear, I'd imagine. I know you Hogwarts students learn a fair bit about caring for beasts. Perhaps you could find my unicorn friend and get her somewhere safe so that she can heal.
Yeah, I think we can help a unicorn out. That's fine. Sorry, give me 1 sec. I'm thinking about going swimming. Yeah, I'm gonna dive in. Water's just fine. Actually, this water is extra fine. Extra fine. Kind of nasty, but, you know. Oh, yeah, here, you know.
How did you become so close with the unicorn?
It was luck, truly. I came across her when she was a little golden foal. Didn't even have a horn yet. Oh, she trusted me straight away. We'd play together for hours. Oh, I do hope she'll be all right. Unicorn hair is a valuable wand core, and I suppose losing a hair or two mightn't hurt her. But I'm terrified those poachers will want her for her blood, to keep themselves alive. And that is more than I can bear to think of.
Sorry, they always throw so much sugar all over them.
Take her to safety if I see her.
Oh, you've a good
Had to wash my
soul.
fingers off.
I can always tell. Please, don't risk your own safety, though. I don't know precisely where she is, but I can tell you that her den is north of Hogsmeade. And although I haven't been able to brush her lately, I imagine she still has the brightest, most beautiful coat of her entire herd. Remember, you'll know her by her brilliant...
Sure. If you say...
It sounds as if she's in trouble.
Oh, I also forgot to mention,